Welcome to the Cop Shop Podcast, our weekly compilation of police report oddities and curiosities. With host, Telegraph reporter Joe Kovac Jr. The call went out as a possible domestic dispute, and when a Bibb County Sheriff's deputy arrived at a house on Mason Street, he learned that in fact it was. A man there, as the deputy's write-up of the September 20th incident put it, told him that a woman came over to his house and, quote, hit him over the head with an ashtray. The man and the woman, it turned out, were neighbors in a duplex there, a block east of Pionono Avenue near Anthony Road in Macon. The woman, 57, told the deputy she had taken the man's girlfriend to the doctor, and that when they returned, the man, 54, was drunk. According to the sheriff's report, she said the man, quote, started arguing with her about some soup that had been brought over for the man's girlfriend to eat. Details were sketchy as to what might have been wrong with the soup, but the woman said the man got mad about it and cut her on the arm with a knife. So she, quote, hit him across the head with an ashtray, the report explained. The woman declined medical treatment, but the man went to the hospital by ambulance. The problem seems to have started when her cell phone rang. A 27-year-old Macon woman had dropped by the home of an ex-girlfriend on Carlisle Avenue, which runs below Napier Avenue, a few blocks east of Log Cabin Drive. The pair had been dating up until about a month before this late August encounter. The woman who dropped by later told the police that she had gone there to get a cigarette. Quote, and while there, her phone rang, a Bibb County Sheriff's report noted, adding that when the ex-girlfriend saw who was calling the 27-year-old, the ex demanded that she be taken to that person, quote, so she could fight the person. The 27-year-old refused, and when she did, the ex said, I'll beat you. And from our dispatches files. A man and a woman went into the CVS pharmacy at the corner of Mercer University and Log Cabin Drives in West Macon on September 29th, and as any shoppers might, they picked out a grocery cart and began making their way through the store. They picked up 9 12-packs of beer worth about $150 and a $10 box of condoms. Then they wheeled the cart outside without paying, but in their haste they dropped the condoms. Undeterred, they, quote, quickly loaded the beer in a black Mercedes and left the scene, a Bibb County Sheriff's report noted. A store clerk said another guy, a fellow who looked to be drunk, was driving the getaway car. The clerk gave a sheriff's deputy the car's license plate, and the deputy traced the address to a house on Anthony Terrace. A woman who lives at that house told the deputy the man who drives the car hasn't lived there in years. On September 26th, the 48-year-old Macon woman called the police and reported that she had been hit or touched on the arm, quote, somewhat hard. About 3 o'clock in the morning on September 30th, a sheriff's deputy pulled over a 2004 Saturn Ion for speeding. According to an incident report, the car was said to be doing 46 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone near Broadway's intersection with Houston Avenue south of downtown Macon. The driver, a 28-year-old woman, had bloodshot eyes and slurred speech. A sheriff's deputy asked her how much she'd had to drink. Her reply? Apple juice and water. So the deputy repeated the question. The woman clarified later, saying she'd had an apple martini a few hours earlier. After some sobriety tests, which she didn't pass, the woman kept telling the deputy, "Take me to jail," which the deputy did.